has been another grim reminder that the threat of scams in the crypto space is continuous and never-ending, even despite market sentiment. The rise of cryptocurrency meme coins has brought excitement and caution among investors. While Pepecoin and Floki Inu, among many, have been some of the gainers, the darker side of the market has returned to haunt investors once again: rug pulls, where project developers disappear with all raised funds, effectively making a comeback to leave investors holding nothing but useless tokens. Therefore, the Condom Sol incident is exemplary in that full due diligence must be done before investing in meme coins or other crypto projects. In this case, such scams are very well combated by regulation of the crypto market, which seems to have little or even no effect, in part, since it might be needed because of education and awareness. Breaking: Solana meme coin dollar condom, at CondomSol, raised $4,965 Sol worth $906K in the pre-sale and rugged before launch. pic.twitter.com/atoscopt, Whale Insider, at Whale Insider, the 3rd of April, 2024. Breaking: Solana meme coin dollar condom, at CondomSol, raised $4,965 Sol worth $906K in the pre-sale and rugged before launch. pic.twitter.com/atoscopt. With CondomSol being an example, the rug pull is part of the scams prevailing in cryptocurrency. In the bear market, the number of frauds surged, and in the recent bullish trends, it looks to have increased the momentum, causing huge financial losses to investors. A report found that, by 2023, the number of scam victims had jumped 23%, with the biggest increases among young people who fell foul of fraudsters. News from CryptoSlate.com. Headline: ChatGPT enterprise users grow 4x to 600K in less than a year. News from Cryptopolitan.com. Headline: Meme coins registers massive influx of users in March. Meme coins have become the talk of the crypto market, seeing attention from users across respective blockchains. The tokens have also been attracting new users seeking the next big asset in the crypto sector. However, analytics platform Into the Block has revealed that the number of wallet addresses holding meme coins under 30 days hit a new high in March. According to the platform, this increase is evidence that a lot of new traders entered the meme coins market in March. This huge number can also be credited for the sharp rise in the value of these assets in the first quarter of 2024. In an April 3 post, CoinGecko revealed that the meme coin market was by far the best performing market in the first quarter of the year. Meme coins enjoyed a bullish first quarter, with the average returns among top coins by market cap in the sector reaching 1,312%. According to the CoinGecko data, meme coins launched in March climbed up to the top 10 tokens by market cap. The percentages were aided by the wild rises of tokens like Dog with Heart, WIF, and Book of Meme, BOM. Several stories about traders cashing out on the huge gains in the market have also played a role in seducing new users into the space. A crypto user became popular in the meme coin community after a Solana token Silly, which he bought for $62, saw a huge rise in its price to net the trader $2 million in December. The coin, Silly Dragon, was created to make fun of Solana co-founder Anatoly Yakovenko's Halloween costume. Another recent story is that of a user who made $2 million hours after purchasing a token for $13,000. A user also bought meme coin Dawn at FOMO, Meow, which made an interesting surge of 15,700%. While the meme coin sector has been able to help users recoup gains, there have been some negative stories about the sector. Some traders fall prey to scammers while others impatiently sell off their tokens, losing some of their capital in the process. An interesting story of the Project Condom based on Solana, where the team behind the token rug pulled investors. The team's X account went dark, stealing about $1 million worth of Solana tokens. Disclaimer: the information provided is not trading advice. Cryptopolitan.com holds no liability for any investments made based on the information provided on this page. We strongly recommend independent research and / or consultation with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions. Adebayo loves to keep tab of exciting projects in the blockchain space. He is a seasoned writer who has written tons of articles about cryptocurrencies and blockchain. News from feeds2.benzinga.com. Headline: Dogecoin killer Shiba Inu bounces 6% on 1058% explosion in large holder net flow. Shiba Inu SHIB /USD has found its groove again with a 6% price increase in Thursday's trading, alongside an increase in daily transactions and large holder net flow. What happened? Shiba Inu data highlights a spike of 46% in daily transactions to 7.24K in a single day. Amid the price spike, the surge in daily transactions may act as a potential catalyst for further price movements. It also shows new contracts increasing from 5 to 16 over the past 2 days. On-chain data analyst The Data Nerd revealed the movement of around 184 billion SHIB by 3 fresh wallets withdrawing from Binance and Coinbase. The tokens are estimated to be worth $4.9 million. These wallets have no prior transaction histories. Social intelligence company LunaCrush shows data signaling bullish for SHIB, led by increasing social activity, rising price action, expanding trading volume and a very strong LunaCrush alt rank of 2. Also read, Shiba Inu outshines Bitcoin in India amid meme coin frenzy on premier domestic platform. Why it matters: Shiba Inu is up 6% over the past 24 hours, taking its price closer to the $0.000003 mark. However, trading volume is down 18.3%. News from dailycoin.com. Headline: Here's how new Polygon Matic node improves zkEVM scaling. Home altcoins Polygon Matic. Here's how new Polygon Matic node improves zkEVM scaling. Since Polygon zkEVM launched in March 2023, the network has undergone one upgrade after another. Over a year later, Polygon zkEVM development is not showing any signs of slowing down as developers race to bring the Ethereum Layer 2 out of beta. In February 2024, the network completed the Etrog update, which brought it to full EVM equivalence. Now, Polygon zkEVM is set to get a significant scalability boost through the recently launched RPC node, CDK Aragon. News from cryptointelligence.co.uk. Headline: Bitcoin ATM network poised for global expansion ahead of halving event, says industry leader. This prediction comes after a significant drop in crypto ATM installations in 2023, marking the first decline in a decade, attributed to a bear market intensified by the failure of several cryptocurrency firms. The global network of Bitcoin ATMs is poised for rapid expansion, spurred by the anticipation of the Bitcoin halving event, as stated by the chief of a leading ATM provider. This prediction comes after a significant drop in crypto ATM installations in 2023, marking the first decline in a decade, attributed to a bear market intensified by the failure of several cryptocurrency firms. Brandon Mintz, CEO of Bitcoin Depot, highlighted an encouraging start to 2024, with 1,469 new crypto ATM installations in the first quarter alone. This is a stark contrast to the previous year when over 3,000 units were removed. Mintz expressed optimism for continuous growth in the industry, especially with Bitcoin experiencing remarkable performance, having surpassed its all-time high twice in March. According to Mintz, the latter stages of bull markets often witness a surge in cryptocurrency adoption, which in turn boosts customer traffic to Bitcoin ATMs. He anticipates this trend to escalate post-halving, an event set for late April that reduces Bitcoin mining rewards by half. News from cryptobriefing.com. Headline: Over $500 million in crypto stolen during Q1 through exploits, Certic. Exploits on crypto-related applications resulted in over $500 million in losses in 2024 Q1, according to Certic's latest Hack3D report. This is an increase of 54% compared to 2023 Q1. Yet a minor decrease of almost 4% compared to the $522 million stolen by exploiters in a quarter-on-quarter period. January was the month with the most exploit cases, with 78 of the 223 incidents that occurred in Q1 happening that month, the report highlights. Those incidents ended up in losses of over $193 million for the victims. The predominance of security incidents happening over Ethereum draws attention, as $139 million was extracted through 131 scams, hacks, and exploits. Usually, the BNB chain is home to the most exploits and heavier losses. However, the single incident with the highest amount stolen involved Ripple and its native crypto, XRP. On the 30th of January, Ripple's co-founder Chris Larsen lost approximately $112 million in XRP. Larsen took to X to communicate that his personal wallet was compromised, and potentially multiple others. The attack vector used in the security incident that affected Larsen was a private key compromise. Those exploits are the most costly attack vector for the second consecutive quarter, with the amount stolen through 26 incidents surpassing $239 million. The average loss in these incidents is $9.2 million, which makes private key compromises the most profitable kind of exploit. News from en.bitcoinsysteme.com. Headline: Analyst of 50 years called this altcoin junk, explains why. Turks bir sürüm mevcut. Bitcoin sistemin in Turks sürümün gitmek istemezsiniz. Economist and writer Peter Brandt, who stated that he has been trading on the stock exchange as a trader since 1975, made words that would anger Ethereum supporters in his latest statement. Brandt said that Ethereum is a garbage coin, that he is tired of saying this over and over again, and that the devotion of ETH supporters to this coin does not change their minds. According to the analyst, Ethereum is useless as a store of value and is trying to become a Bitcoin imitator. In addition, Brandt claimed that ETH is functionally garbage. The analyst cited the fact that it is difficult to deal with Layer 2 solutions and the transaction fees on the main network have reached incredible levels as the reason why he finds ETH functionally worthless. Brandt has been expressing his views on cryptocurrencies and economic issues for a long time. Last August, while discussing the upcoming Bitcoin halving, Brandt called the reward reduction insignificant. Metropolitan.com. Headline: Eurozone's inflation drops to 2.4%, but the numbers don't add up. March's latest financial whirlwind has the Eurozone's inflation taking a nosedive to 2.4%, throwing economists and their crystal balls out of sync. This unexpected drop from the previous month's 2.6% has sent a buzz of optimism through the air, suggesting that a cut in interest rates by the European Central Bank might just be on the summer horizon. However, as the confetti settles, a closer look reveals a puzzling picture, with the numbers not quite adding up to a straightforward success story. Diving into the meat of it, the easing of inflation was primarily driven by smaller hikes in food and goods prices, which somewhat cushioned the blow from steady services prices. It's like watching a high-stakes balancing act where one false move could send everything tumbling. The buzz among Bloomberg-polled economists was a forecast pinned at 2.5% for March, but the actual figures turned out to be a tad more generous, stirring a mix of relief and head-scratching in financial circles. As this data makes its way to the ECB's table, where bigwigs are set to chew over monetary policies, there's a cautious air of celebration. The easing inflation signals a potential break in what's been dubbed the region's worst cost of living crisis in a generation. Yet, with the ECB's policy meeting looming, the question on everyone's lips is, how soon is too soon to loosen the monetary reins? June has been eyed as the starting block for rate cuts, with inflation expected to snuggle back to its cozy 2% target. But as officials juggle the risks of acting too hastily against the backdrop of an economy that might be sagging under the weight of high borrowing costs, the plot thickens. The ECB's latest policy meeting offered a glimpse into the collective mind of its officials, revealing a cautious optimism. While the path to interest rate cuts is becoming clearer, a sense of hesitation lingers, rooted in the need for more concrete data and evidence that inflation is on a steady descent to its target. This dance of numbers and projections underscores a broader narrative of uncertainty and cautious strategizing. On one hand, there's a consensus against jumping the gun on rate cuts, anchored by a desire to see further progress in the disinflation process. On the other, there's a growing acknowledgement of the need for data-driven decision-making, especially regarding wage dynamics and their impact on inflation. As market dynamics play out, with financial conditions showing signs of easing, the spotlight turns to how quickly and smoothly the ECB can navigate the waters of monetary loosening. The balance between preventing a rebound in inflation and mitigating the economic strain of high borrowing costs presents a complex challenge. News from Decrypt.co. Headline: How long until Grayscale's ETF runs out of Bitcoin?
Beauty, ইটাই খাইতাছো তুমি?
ও বলতে কালকার মাছ তরকারি
ইটা খায় না। মাসবার আসে নাই আম্মু?
না সিনুর ভাত
News from cryptonews.com. Headline: Bitcoin exchange reserves plummet to multi-year lows, under 2 million left, crypto quant. On-chain data suggests that less Bitcoin, BTC, is sitting on crypto exchanges than ever within the past 6 years. According to CryptoQuant's Bitcoin Exchange Reserve Dashboard, Balances on such platforms dwindled to just 1,945,051 BTC as of the 2nd of April, 2024. By comparison, Bitcoin exchange reserves stood at 2,087,030 BTC, with their aggregate balance declining by 90,700 BTC, $6.2 billion, in the past month alone. While outflows have picked up recently, they are hardly a new trend. Bitcoin reserves in exchanges have steadily dropped since November 2022, when a bank run on FTX exposed the company as a fraud, and crypto investors worldwide fled to the safety of personal crypto wallets. Data from Glassnode suggests that a much higher amount of Bitcoin, 2.31 million BTC, still sits on exchanges today. Exact figures can differ depending on which addresses each platform has identified as belonging to a crypto exchange. Glassnode's dashboard reflects the same long-term trend as CryptoQuant's, however. Current balances are at their lowest point since April 2018, down from their all-time high of 3.2 million BTC in March 2020. Bitcoin exchange balances fell by $10 billion in 2024 as big investors bought more, anticipating spot ETFs and halving. US Bitcoin ETFs lose $9.5 billion BTC in hard months. Glassnode, exchange balance hits 2,320,458 BTC, lowest since April 2018. The 27th of March, 22,000 BTC, $1.54 billion. pig.twitter.com/hi411psj87. Kashif Raza, at SimplyKashif, the 30th of March, 2024. Bitcoin exchange balances fell by $10 billion in 2024 as big investors bought more, anticipating spot ETFs and halving. News from Decrypt.co. Headline: Saga Gaming token launch set as Binance users stake $3.9 billion for rewards.
Bravo.
News from ampcrypto.com. Headline: Wormhole's $3 billion debut, here's how it impacts Solana. The Wormhole airdrop has attracted significant attention, leading to a surge in activity on the Solana network. Wormhole, a cross-chain bridge, commenced an airdrop to reward early users with 617 million units of its freshly minted governance token W. The token debuted on Solana, Sol-based decentralized exchange, DEX, open book at an initial price of $1.66, boasting a market capitalization of $2.98 billion and a fully diluted valuation of $16.5 billion. The airdrop of W tokens to early users incentivizes participation and engagement within the Solana network. This influx of new users can lead to increased adoption of the ecosystem, driving up transaction volumes and ecosystem activity. However, the surge in attention to Solana could cause problems for the network as well. News from Bitcoinist.com. Headline: Dogecoin bullish fractal returns. Here's what it means for Doge price. Dogecoin has clearly had a hard time keeping up its gains, as shown by recent price action. Dogecoin's price has already dropped by 20% from its $0.223 price on the last day of March, as bulls have failed to keep it above the support level at $0.2. Crypto analyst Ali Martinez has reiterated his stance on the future outlook of the meme cryptocurrency. According to him, Doge's recent price action has largely mirrored the 2018 to 2021 pattern. Particularly, the crypto cemented a breakout from a descending pattern and has now formed a bullish fractal that could push it into a massive parabolic bull run. The majority of cryptocurrencies have turned red in their price action in the past 7 days as they've bled some of their gains in March. Meme coins, particularly Dogecoin, hasn't been left out of the consolidation, registering a 10.75% downturn in the past 7 days. Interestingly, most of this outflow has come in the last 2 days as the meme coin has decreased by around 7.7%, which is in line with the correction observed in Bitcoin. Doge has only had a few years of price action to look at historical performance, but the analyst has pointed out on social media a recurring trend in its movement. According to the Doge chart shared by Martinez, Doge went on a consolidation phase from 2018 to 2021, in which it formed a series of lower highs and a relatively straight price bottom. A final breakout of the upper trend line saw the meme coin spiking by epic proportions to reach its current all-time high of $0.7316. Current price action shows a similar formation since reaching this all-time high in 2021. Notably, the meme coin has formed a series of lower highs and a relatively straight price bottom. The recent bull market has seen it breaking out of the upper trend line. Although it has done fairly well since breaking out, the only step left is an extended price surge past 73 cents. Despite the wider market consolidation, the market is still largely in bullish sentiment and Doge has now formed a bullish fractal on the weekly time frame, giving validity to the recent analysis by Martinez. Martinez noted in his analysis a repeat of this price surge could see Doge reaching the $12 price level. This would mean a 6,660% increase from the current price level. News from CryptoNews.com. Headline: U.S. government pledges $3.6 million to build cybersecurity workforce. The U.S. government on April 3 pledged about $3.6 million in cooperative agreements to develop a cybersecurity workforce that would protect businesses from possible cyber attacks. The Department of Commerce's National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, pledged to allocate roughly $200K to 18 education and community-centric organizations across 15 states to tackle the country's shortage of experienced cybersecurity professionals. NIST disclosed that the cooperative agreement will be overseen by NICE, a partner company between the U.S. government, academia, and the private sector, focusing on cybersecurity education and workforce development. News from Cryptopolitan.com. Headline: Jerome Powell reiterates he has no plans to cut rates anytime soon. Jerome Powell, the governor at the Federal Reserve, threw a cold splash of reality on us this Wednesday, making it crystal clear he's not about to hit the rate cut button anytime soon. Yeah, you read that right. Despite the jitters and jitterbugs dancing around the idea of easing monetary policy, Powell's standing firm, and here's the skinny on why. The man laid it out there, saying that jumping the gun on rate cuts isn't on the table until they've got a solid grip on inflation dancing back towards their cozy 2% goal. So, if you were hoping for a quick fix to your interest rate blues, you might want to grab a chair and settle in. It's going to be a minute. Ever seen a bumpy road turn smooth overnight? Yeah, neither have we, and that's pretty much the vibe Powell is giving off about the path to easing up on policy. The Fed's recent POW left short-term borrowing rates untouched, sticking to their guns that they need greater confidence before making any moves. In essence, they're like that meticulous chef tasting the broth a million times before deciding it's just right. And let's talk inflation, because that's the real kicker here. The numbers rolling in aren't exactly throwing confetti and shouting victory. We're looking at inflation rates sticking their tongues out at us, well above the comfort zone, despite some serious side-eye from the Fed. Powell's take. It's all about watching, waiting, and not getting too twitchy on the trigger. Market players, on the other hand, are like kids before Christmas, betting the farm that Santa Powell's going to deliver a policy easing sooner rather than later. But with the latest data acting like a lump of coal, it's a tough call, leaving everyone second guessing when the big guy's going to make his move. Powell's also been dabbling in a bit of sage wisdom, reminding folks that the Fed's not about to get swayed by the political winds. With an election on the horizon, he's like that neutral friend who refuses to take sides at a dinner party argument. The Fed's goal. Keep it about the economy, stupid, our words, not his. He even touched on the hot potato that is climate change, making it clear they are not about to become eco-warriors overnight. Their mission is money, not meteorology. Thank you very much. News from Decrypt.co. Headline: Biden and Trump meme coins skyrokit on Solana. Which one's winning this race? News from feeds2.benzinger.com. Headline: Paradigm leads $20 million series round for DEX developer Ellipsis Labs. News from feeds2.benzinger.com. Headline: Coinbase celebrates Canadian registration 8 months after launch. Welcome, crypto enthusiasts and investors around the world. Welcome to the Crypto Clash Hourly News Update, where we bring you the latest developments and trends from the ever-evolving world of cryptocurrencies. I'm your host, Mark, and I'm thrilled to be here with you tonight as we explore the fascinating realm of digital currencies. Let's jump right into the headlines. News from Decrypt.co. Headline: Dogecoin now has its own version of buzzy Bitcoin ordinals project Runestone. News from Cryptopolitan.com. Headline: Gold hits all-time high as gold bugs resume BTC bashing. Spot gold has hit a new all-time high of $2,304 per ounce as its investors resume their usual trashing of the leading digital asset Bitcoin. This update is coming at a time when the United States Federal Reserve is making plans to cut the rate as inflation levels remain above the central bank's target. According to the American Hartford Gold Group, the precious metal hit an all-time high on April the 3rd, pushing its year-to-date gain to 11.5%. The precious metal started its ride to the top in February, pushing from its $2,000 per ounce price to hit above $2,200 towards the end of March. According to Hartford Funds investment strategist Nanita Behoff, the precious metals rise was largely influenced by the rising global tension in the Middle East, de-dollarization plans, and some other factors. During its rise, the asset also held its own alongside other haven assets in the financial market. With the precious metal hitting its all-time high, Bitcoin has experienced bashing from gold investors and BTC critics. In a recent post on X, Goldbug Peter Schiff wrote that gold and silver were up by 8.7% and 3.4% while Bitcoin was down 7% at the time. He noted that the better asset needs no explaining and the results speak for themselves. Schiff also urged his users to take advantage of this last opportunity to sell their Bitcoin and buy the precious metals while they can. However, Bitcoin has experienced a massive 55% rise this year, posting over 5 times the gains of the previous metal since the start of April. Some of Schiff's followers did not find his post funny, with an ex-user commenting that Bitcoin holders don't need to wait for more than 50 years for its price to rise by $1,500. ByteTree analyst Charlie Morris also talked about energy consumption in his post where he said that the precious metal didn't need excess energy before it hit its all-time high. However, Bitcoin ESG researcher Daniel Batten commented that Bitcoin mining is electrified, and doesn't leave mercury or arsenic on the land or water. Swan co-founder Brady Swenson questioned their knowledge about mining gold despite being called gold bugs. Meanwhile, the gold exchange traded funds, ETFs, platform lost about $2.4 billion from the beginning of the year to the middle of March. In contrast, Bitcoin funds have experienced a massive inflow of $3.89 billion in the same period. Disclaimer: the information provided is not trading advice. Cryptopolitan.com holds no liability for any investments made based on the information provided on this page. We strongly recommend independent research and / or consultation with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions. News from cryptointelligence.co.uk. Headline: BlackRock spearheads billion-dollar US Treasury tokenization wave across major blockchains. This milestone of over $1 billion in tokenized US Treasuries is spread across 17 distinct products, demonstrating the expanding reach of this financial innovation. The recent surge in the tokenization of US Treasuries, exceeding $1 billion across various blockchains like Ethereum, Polygon, and Solana, has been significantly influenced by the introduction of BlackRock's USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund. Launched on the 20th of March on Ethereum, the fund, known by its ticker BIDL, has quickly reached a market cap of $244.8 million. This growth was propelled by 4 substantial transactions totaling $95 million within a week, placing BIDL as the second largest fund of its kind, just behind Franklin Templeton's Franklin On-Chain US Government Money Fund, FOBX, which leads with $360.2 million in assets. This milestone of over $1 billion in tokenized US Treasuries is spread across 17 distinct products, demonstrating the expanding reach of this financial innovation. The largest recent contribution to BlackRock's fund came from Ondo Finance, which added $79.3 million. This deposit is part of Ondo's strategy to facilitate instant settlements for its U.S. Treasury-backed token, OUSG, making it a substantial player with a 38% stake in BIDL. This move was highlighted by Tom Wan of 21.co, marking a significant step in the fund's growth. News from dailycoin.com. Headline: OneCoin lawyer lands 4-year jail term for Ponzi scheme role. Home crypto market news: OneCoin lawyer lands 4-year jail term for Ponzi scheme role. The legal officer involved in the fraudulent OneCoin project has been handed a hefty prison sentence following her guilty plea. Crypto scams in the industry take several shapes and forms, but one notable one is the OneCoin fraud. Perpetuated by the infamous cryptokeen Ruya Ignatova nearly 10 years ago, the fraudulent scheme impacted over 3.5 million victims, resulting in the initiation of legal proceedings to enforce justice. Over the past years, the legal pursuit has gained momentum with the conviction of several of Ignatova's accomplices, resulting in imprisonment of. Now, nearly 1 year later, the drumbeat of justice continues. News from dailyhodl.com. Headline: Search engine giant Google suing alleged crypto scammers over fake Android apps. Report: Tech giant Google is reportedly launching a lawsuit against crypto scammers. Google says that the duo engaged in social engineering to defraud people, alluring them to their fake Android apps through text messages. The texts would purport to be from wrong numbers, but then the texters would strike up conversations with the victims, developing friendships and romantic attachments. Google says the scammers would then convince their targets to invest money into fake apps and would only allow them to withdraw small amounts of their returns before disappearing completely. When users tried to withdraw larger amounts of their earnings, they were told to pay more money. When victims complained to the friend or romantic partner who had so helpfully guided them through the process, the friend or romantic partner would simply disappear. News from Bitcoinist.com. Headline: Holy Satoshi. El Salvador graduates its first batch of Bitcoin students. El Salvador's world-first experiment in Bitcoin education reached a milestone on the 2nd of April, 2024, with the graduation of the first batch from the Bitcoin Diploma Program. Launched in 2022 by the non-profit Mi Prima Bitcoin, the program aims to equip Salvadorans with the knowledge and skills to navigate the world of Bitcoin and potentially leverage it for their future. El Salvador's 2021 decision to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender was a groundbreaking move. The Bitcoin Diploma Program reflects the country's commitment to educating its citizens about this new financial tool. News from ambcrypto.com. Headline: Solana beats Bitcoin with 2 ND highest figures. Good news for Sol investors. Solana surpassed Bitcoin to log the second highest NFT sales volume in the last 24 hours. Meme coins, decentralized exchanges, DEXs, and now non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Is there any sector left where the Solana, Sol, ecosystem wasn't growing? Solana surpassed Bitcoin, BTC, to log the second highest NFT sales volume in the last 24 hours, according to AMP Crypto's analysis of CryptoSlam's data. While volume for Solana-based NFTs exceeded $7 million, NFTs on Bitcoin fell short of the mark at $6.9 million. On the weekly front, Solana remained at the third spot with more than $45 million in cumulative sales. News from BINCrypto.com. Headline: Meme coin Bonk is ready to resume the bull rally. The price of Bonk is currently poised within a bullish continuation pattern, hinting at a possible 60% rally for the meme coin. This optimistic scenario hinges on Bonk holders maintaining a positive outlook on the asset's future. At present, Bonk's price is showing bullish signs, suggesting a potential recovery is on the horizon. A common hurdle for meme coins is sustaining investor optimism after a correction, as many investors aim for quick gains and typically engage more actively when prices are already on the rise. However, Bonk traders currently appear to be optimistic, as evidenced by the positive funding rate despite recent price dips. A positive funding rate indicates that traders are leaning towards long positions in the futures market, reflecting bullish expectations for the meme coin. News from en.bitcoinsysteme.com. Headline: Huge Bitcoin move came from the newly listed altcoin on Binance. Turks bir sürüm mevcut. Bitcoin sistemin in Turks sürüm yönetmek istemisiniz. A Bitcoin statement came from the developer team of an altcoin that was recently released and listed on Binance. Athena, ENA, developer company Athena Labs has announced the addition of Bitcoin as the collateral asset for its synthetic dollar USD. The project, which recently distributed airdrops to its users, some of them via Binance Launch Pool, claimed that this Bitcoin move would enable its USD token pegged to the dollar to scale more than 2.5 times. As Athena approaches $10 billion, this provides more robust support and ultimately a more secure product for users, the official statement said. The current USD supply is estimated to be worth approximately $2 billion. Athena Labs also said Bitcoin has a superior liquidity and duration profile for delta hedging compared to liquid staking tokens. This was a key factor in the decision to add Bitcoin as a supporting asset, according to the statement. News from Cryptopolitan.com. Headline: Crypto market hit by $1 million rug pull as scams surge. A new meme coin by the name of Condom Sol has been hogging the headlines, but not for good reasons. The project developers are believed to have walked away after doing a rug pull with 5,000 Sol tokens valued at $1 million. This incident, in turn, has been another grim reminder that the threat of scams in the crypto space is continuous and never-ending, even despite market sentiment. The rise of cryptocurrency meme coins has brought excitement and caution among investors. While Pepecoin and Floki Inu, among many, have been some of the gainers, the darker side of the market has returned to haunt investors once again: rug pulls, where project developers disappear with all raised funds, effectively making a comeback to leave investors holding nothing but useless tokens. Therefore, the Condom Sol incident is exemplary in that full due diligence must be done before investing in meme coins or other crypto projects. In this case, such scams are very well combated by regulation of the crypto market, which seems to have little or even no effect, in part, since it might be needed because of education and awareness. Breaking. In part, since it might be needed because of education and awareness. Breaking. In part, since it might be needed because of education and awareness. Breaking.